Did you know that Subway Restaurants offers over 2 million sandwich, salad, and wrap combinations for its customers to choose from? As a sandwich artist, your role is to be able to build these combinations. It is not just putting ingredients on the bread, however. You must make products that look good, taste good, and are ready in a reasonable period of time. This course will provide you with the knowledge of how to build all of Subway Restaurants' essential products accurately, consistently, and aesthetically pleasing to the customer. The lessons in this course are Introduction, Building the Perfect Sandwich,
Building wraps and salads.
Two key factors Subway restaurants use to help maintain product quality are setting up the sandwich units so the ingredients are arranged in the order that menu items are built, training the sandwich artists in all areas of food preparation and product delivery. The purpose of asking questions is to assist the customer in the ordering process, help you complete orders quickly and give great service, encourage suggestive selling. Subway Restaurants has developed a script you can use when serving the customers. This script is designed to draw out the information you will need from the customers when you need it.
How to build. What questions do I ask? There are specific questions to ask your customer while building their order. Bread type. Question. Would you like Italian, wheat, or gourmet bread? Solution. Different Subway restaurants carry different breads. Point to the bread merchandiser so a customer can see the types available at your location. Bread size. Question. Will that be a foot long? Will that be a 30 centimeter? Solution. By only giving the 30 centimeter option, you encourage a customer to purchase a larger sandwich. This is called suggestive selling or upselling. Toasting. Question. Would you like your sandwich toasted? Solution. You would ask this question if the sandwich ordered is cold, like ham. If the sandwich is hot, ask, we toast all of our sandwiches, is that okay? Cheese type. Question. Would you like American, Swiss, or provolone cheese? Solution. Let the customer know what types of cheese your store offers. This makes it easier to pick one. Sauce. Question. What type of sauce would you like on your sandwich? Solution. By only giving the foot-long option, you encourage a customer to purchase a larger sandwich. This is called suggestive selling or upselling. Vegetables. Question. Would you like lettuce and tomato? Solution. Ask about vegetables a few at a time.
Subway Restaurants has developed information prompts to help customers with their choices. For example, when you ask customers if they would like vegetables, point to the sneeze guard cling located at the beginning of the vegetable sequence. This cling lists the vegetables and sequence in which to offer them to the customer. Click Service Counter Marketing Prompts chart and choose your fresh veggies for your reference.
To make a great sandwich, you first need to cut the bread. At Subway restaurants, we use a special cut for our sandwiches called the hinge cut. You'll want to master this technique quickly because it's the start of every sandwich you'll make. A proper hinge cut enhances the appearance of the sandwich, cradles the ingredients while being built, makes it easier for the customers to handle. We'll explain more about the hinge cut shortly.
Process for cutting bread. Are you ready to perform the hinge cut? It's easy. The steps are: 1. Prepare the work area. Before you begin, wash your hands thoroughly, put on a pair of clean gloves, and place a sheet of deli paper onto the cutting board. 2. Select the bread. Next, remove the bread flavor the customer requested from the bread cabinet and place it on the deli paper. 3. Make the cut. Start cutting by placing your knife blade 1/2 inch, 1.3 centimeters in from the top edge of the bread and cutting the length at a 45-degree angle or diagonally from the top corner to the bottom corner. Caution: do not cut all the way through the bread or press down too heavily with your hand. 4. Open the bread. For a foot-long, 30 centimeters sandwich, carefully open the bread. A good hinge cut stays open on the cutting board. If the order is for the 6-inch, 15 centimeters sandwich, before opening the bread, cut it in half and place the unused portion in the bread cabinet.
Subway Restaurants has worked hard over the years to develop and maintain its great products. How did we do it?
No matter where you are in the world, Subway restaurants use fresh ingredients in all sandwiches, wraps, and salads. This includes fresh bread, baked daily in the restaurant.
To ensure worldwide quality and consistency, Subway restaurants specify the quantity and sequence of each ingredient. This information can be found on the sandwich unit formula chart. Subway restaurants are known for preparing each menu item to the customer's own taste. This is done by starting each item with its standard meat and cheese formula and finishing it off with the customer's choice of toppings. There are 4 elements of placement to consider before you start placing meat and cheese on any sandwich. Location. Where do I put the meat and cheese? Sequence. In what order do I put the meat and cheese on? Quantity. How much meat and cheese do I put on? Arrangement. How do I arrange the meat and cheese? The first element to consider is location. Regardless of which sandwich you are making, always place the meat and cheese on the top half of the bread. The next element is sequence. The order for placing meat and cheese on a sandwich is simple. First you place the meat on the top half of the bread, then place the cheese on top of the meat. This improves the overall final appearance of the sandwich. The information on how to do this can be found in the sandwich unit formula chart. You should place the meats on the bread in the order they are listed.
Quantity. Quantity is the third element to consider. The amount of meat and cheese to put on a sandwich depends on the kind of sandwich ordered. This information can easily be found on the sandwich unit formula chart that is posted above the meat section of the sandwich unit. This chart lists the formula for every item on our menu. Not only does it tell you what kinds of meat and cheese to put on each sandwich, but it also tells you the amount to put on as well. For example, if you are making a foot-long ham sandwich, you need to put 8 slices of ham. If you are making a foot-long Subway melt, you would put on 4 slices each of turkey, ham, and bacon. Click Sandwich Unit Formula Chart for your reference.
The final element of placement to consider is arrangement. There are several ways of arranging meat and cheese on the top half of the bread, depending on what kind of sandwich you are building. The steps for each option are: 1. Grab a stack of meat and take the first slice off the top. 2. If the meat is ham, turkey, or beef, fold the slice in half widthwise and place it on the top half of the bread. For pepperoni or salami slices, place them on as is because they are too hard to fold. 1. Fill a scoop with tuna and press it up against the side of the tuna Cambro pan to level it off. 2. Place 4 level scoops of tuna on the top half of a foot-long 30 cm and 2 level scoops on a 6-inch 15 cm. 1. If bacon is requested, place the cold strips of bacon in a folded sheet of deli paper and heat it in the microwave on setting number 1. Use 4 strips of bacon for a foot-long 30 cm and 2 strips for a 6-inch 15 cm sandwich. 2. Place the heated strips on top of the meat before adding the cheese. 3. If the sandwich is to be toasted, place the cold strips of bacon on top of the meat as the speed oven will heat it during the toasting process.
Arrangement on cold sandwich. Cheese. When placing sliced cheese, alternate placing the points facing outward and facing inward toward the hinge to allow for maximum cheese coverage.
There are 2 methods of heating cold meats and cheese in the microwave before adding it to the sandwich. For stacked meats, place meat and add bacon and cheese, if required, onto a folded piece of deli paper. Heat in the microwave on setting number 3, and then place the heated contents onto the top half of the bread. For pre-portioned meats, if required, add bacon and cheese on top of the meat. Heat uncovered trays in the microwave on setting number 5 for a 6-inch 15 cm and setting number 6 for a foot-long 30 cm. Empty the contents onto the top half of the bread.
Toasting. Subway restaurants use a speed oven to toast its sandwiches. This oven is easy to use as long as you know the type and size of sandwich you want to toast. There are 4 settings to choose from. Meat hot well. This setting is used for all single meat sandwiches such as ham, roast beef, or turkey. It also cooks sandwiches made with product held in the hot well, such as meatballs. Combo subs. This setting is used for multiple meat sandwiches such as Italian BMT, Subway Club, or Subway Melt. Steaks, strips. This setting is used for all sandwiches made with cold, pre-portioned steak and chicken strips. Patty. This setting is used for cold, pre-portioned roasted chicken breast subs and chicken fritters.
Each speed oven setting has a built-in toasting time. Click Toasting Time Chart for your reference. Are you ready to learn how to toast a great sandwich? The steps are: with the meat and cheese on the top half of the bread, you are ready to start toasting. Use the deli paper to carry the open sandwich to the basket on the back counter. Place the deli paper and sandwich on the basket. Slide the paddle under the basket. Open the speed oven and holding the paddle at an angle, slide the basket inside. Do not touch any part of the speed oven. It is extremely hot. Pull the paddle out of the speed oven and close the door. Place the paddle on the counter next to the oven.
Process for toasting. Use the keypad menu on the speed oven to select the sandwich type and size. Remember, the 4 settings are meat hot well, combo subs, steak strips, and patty. When the toasting is finished, the speed oven will sound. Open the oven door and take the paddle. Slide the paddle under the basket and push it all the way to the back of the oven to center the basket on the paddle. Quickly remove the sandwich as the oven will continue to sound and toast until it is removed. Pull the paddle from the oven and place it on the back counter. Leave the basket on the paddle, pick up the deli paper and sandwich, and carry it back to the cutting board. Do not let the sandwich close. Doesn't that look good? Customers love how fast they can have hot, bubbly, melted cheese on top of their subs.
The secret to making your sandwiches look like those in our commercials is vegetable placement. Subway Restaurants has worked very hard to carefully select vegetables that will add visual appeal, heft, crunch, and texture to its sandwiches. You need to consider the same 4 elements of placement for vegetables as you did with the meat and cheese. These elements are the proper location, sequence, quantity, and appearance of vegetables on any sandwich.
Elements of placement and action. Vegetables always go in the bottom half of the bread. Subway Restaurants outlines the sequence, quantity, and arrangement of vegetables in the sandwich unit formula chart. The steps are: first, place 1½ ounces of shredded lettuce, fluffed end to end, on the bottom half of a foot-long sandwich. A 6-inch sandwich uses 3/4 of an ounce. If spinach is requested, use 0.5 ounces for a foot-long and 0.25 ounces for a 6-inch. Next, add 6 tomato wheels end to end on a foot-long sandwich. A 6-inch sandwich uses 3. Then, place 6 cucumber slices end to end on a foot-long sandwich. A 6-inch sandwich uses 3. Elements of placement and action. Add 6 pickle chips end to end on a foot-long sandwich. A 6-inch sandwich uses 3. Place 6 pepper strips end to end on a foot-long sandwich. A 6-inch sandwich uses 3. Then, add 6 olive slices end to end on a foot-long sandwich. A 6-inch sandwich uses 3. Place 0.5 ounces of onion slices on a foot-long sandwich. A 6-inch sandwich uses 0.25 ounces. Additional items. Add 6 hot pepper slices end to end on a foot-long sandwich. A 6-inch sandwich uses 3. If requested, place 0.5 ounces of shredded carrots end to end on a foot-long. A 6-inch sandwich uses 0.25 ounces. If sliced local vegetables are available, place 6 slices end to end on a foot-long sandwich and 3 on a 6-inch sandwich.
Subway Restaurants offers a variety of thick and thin sauces and seasonings for its customers to choose from. Some of Subway Restaurants' sauces are thick and creamy, such as mustard, mayonnaise, ranch dressing, honey mustard sauce, and Chipotle Southwest sauce. These sauces go on top of the meat and cheese.
Other Subway Restaurants sauces are liquid-based, such as sweet onion sauce, and oil and vinegar. These sauces go on top of the vegetables.
Subway Restaurants offers salt and pepper, oregano, and grated Parmesan cheese to top off its sandwiches. Seasonings go on top of the vegetables.
There are several common questions sandwich artists ask during training about adding sauce to sandwiches. How much sauce do I add? Subway restaurants' guidelines indicate that foot-long, 30-centimeter sandwiches require 3 full passes of sauce. 6-inch, 15-centimeter sandwiches require 3 full passes of sauce. Where do I put the sauce? Remember, thick sauces, such as honey mustard, go on top of the meat and cheese. Thin sauces, such as sweet onion sauce, go on top of the vegetables. What if a customer asks for a little sauce? Start by making 1 pass. Then ask the customer if that is enough. What if a customer asks for a lot of sauce? Start by making 4 passes. Then ask for the customer's approval. Keep adding the sauce until the customer is happy.
Adding the sauce is easy. Just use one continuous motion to squeeze the sauce bottle. Start at one side of the sandwich and move it across to the opposite side, and then back again. One more pass across the sandwich and you're done.
Wrapping is harder than it looks, and it takes a great deal of practice to do it well. It's a good idea to practice wrapping a plain foot-long, 30-centimeter bread at first, as it's much easier to handle. How do you wrap a sandwich? The steps involved are: 1. Place the sandwich diagonally on the sub-wrap. Allow at least 2 inches, 5 centimeters, from each side of the bread to the end of the paper so you have enough paper to cover the ends. 2. Fold the bottom corner of the paper up over the sandwich. To tuck in the fold tight, place your other hand down on the sub-wrap and hold it in place. Pull the sandwich towards you just enough to ensure a tight wrap, but not too tight where the bread will be flattened. Subway restaurants provide a clean, inviting atmosphere for our customers. You may choose to use an approved Dine-In basket for customers who plan to eat in your restaurant. How do you prepare a Dine-In basket order? The steps involved are: 1. When the customer's sandwich or wrap is complete, ask whether the order is for here or to go. 2. If the customer is dining in, bring a basket to the wrapping station. 3. Place a fresh piece of deli paper in the basket, discard the deli paper that the sandwich was built on, and place the sandwich in the basket. 4. Then fold the appropriate number of napkins in half and place in the basket.
Now roll the sandwich. A quarter turn until the bottom of the sub is facing you, and tuck in one corner. Continue to turn the sandwich another quarter turn until the bottom is facing up, and tuck in the other corner. Remember, a poorly wrapped product makes a poor presentation, so wrap it neatly. Keep rolling the sandwich until you come to the end of the sub-wrap paper. When finished, you should not be able to see in the ends of the wrap. If the sandwich is not completely covered or a corner is sticking out, re-wrap it to ensure freshness and portability.
Once the sandwich is wrapped, you are ready to pack it up for the customer. For a foot-long, 30 centimeters, wrap 2 napkins around the fold of the sub-wrap to keep it secure. A 6-inch, 15-centimeter sandwich only needs 1 napkin. Next, place this entire package into a sub-bag.
Put 1 or 2 sandwiches into the same standard sub-poly bag. Give 2 separate bags for a hot or toasted sandwich ordered with a cold sandwich, so they don't change each other's temperature.
If an order has 3 or more sandwiches, they should be placed into a t-shirt bag. Now comes the fun part, learning to build a wrap. It's easy, just follow the standard meat, cheese, and topping formulas listed on the sandwich unit formula chart. The steps are: first, wash your hands thoroughly and put on a pair of clean gloves. Then, place a wrap in the center of a sheet of deli paper. Follow the sandwich unit formula chart for the type and quantity of meat and cheese required for the wrap. The sequence depends on if it is a cold or hot sandwich. Don't forget to leave a 1-inch empty border around the sides of the wrap. Place the appropriate 6-inch 15-centimeter meat slices or tuna in the center of the wrap. Add heated bacon if required. Place 2 triangles of the appropriate cheese on top of the meat or tuna. Place the appropriate 6-inch 15-centimeter portion of hot-well or stacked meats, bacon, and cheese on a folded piece of deli paper. Heat in the microwave on setting number 1. Or, if meat is already in a paper portion tray, place the bacon and cheese on top of the meat in the tray and heat on setting number 5.
1 ounce, 14 grams of lettuce, 3 tomato wheels, 3 cucumber slices, 3 pickle chips, 3 pepper strips, 3 olive slices, 0.5 ounces, 14 grams of onions, 3 slices of jalapeno peppers, 3 slices of banana peppers, 0.25 ounces, 7 grams of shredded carrots if required, 3 slices of any local vegetables.
Use 3 passes of sauces on top of the vegetables. At this time, remove any heated product from the microwave and place cheese side down onto the vegetables. Shake customer-requested seasonings on top of the wrap. Choices include salt, pepper, oregano, Parmesan cheese, etc. Fold the bottom of the wrap over the ingredients, tucking the end of the wrap tightly under the meat. Fold in the left and right sides of the wrap while rolling the wrap from the bottom to the top. Keep the ingredients tightly packed as you roll. The finished wrap should be cylindrical, approximately 7 inches, 17.5 centimeters long, and 2 inches, 5 centimeters around. Cut the wrap in half on the diagonal.
Place the wrap diagonally on the sub-wrap. Roll the wrap over once and fold in the ends of the sub-wrap. Continue to roll until the end of the paper is reached. Place 2 napkins around the wrap to secure the flap. For eat-in orders, place the wrap directly on the tray. For to-go orders, place the wrap in a poly bag. Maximum of 4 hot or cold wraps per poly bag. Subway Restaurants not only offers all of its sandwiches as foot-long, 30 centimeter, 6-inch, 15 centimeter, and wraps, it also offers them as salads. This topic will show you how to build different types of salads. At the end of this topic, you will be able to describe how to build salads. When you are finished building the salad, snap the lid on top of the salad bowl. For to-go orders, place the salad in a t-shirt bag along with 2 napkins, 1 dressing packet or portion cup and lid, 1 plastic knife and fork. Always pass the to-go salad to the customer in a horizontal position. For dining-in customers, place the salad, napkins, dressing, and plasticware on a tray.
Summary. The key things to remember about building Subway restaurant salads are to start by adding lettuce, then the remaining ingredients in a clockwise spiral pattern. Finish off by adding the meat and cheese associated with the type of salad the customer ordered. Remember that all of this information and more can be found in the sandwich unit formula chart.